Welcome to Mezinanya, Africa, where Black Lives Matter everywhere. And we are busy listening to African Americans, Africa Loves You by Congo Tomorrow. Yes, wonderful song that was dedicated to George Floyd. Yes, for his death, his murder on the roads of Minnesota, the state of Minnesota in America. We keep a moment of silence for George Floyd. He is resting in peace. He is traveling around in Africa. We believe that you don't die. Yes, your spirit hovers. So George Floyd is hovering and he's honoring. And it's also raining in Mother Africa. Listen to the sound of water from the sky. Mother Africa, rain. Ah, this is nice. Mezinanya, Africa. So in Mezinanya, Africa, we have a special playlist for special Africans. And one of the special Africans we have is Nelson Mandela. And he's a very special African because he envisioned Ubuntu worldwide. Yes, he said every human is equal to every human. Yes, we are all one family. What a great black man called Nelson Mandela, the president, first president of South Africa after the institution of the new constitution. Yes, he was the first black president of South Africa. And so we honor him being a freedom fighter, yes, in South Africa for the rights of black people, colored people, Indians, and even whites had to be set free from the apartheid regime, which Mandela called criminal regime. Ah, Mandela, oh, Umandla, Mandela, yes. That's how we praise him. It is a coincidence. Mandla means power. And it's a coincidence that Mandela's name rhymes with Mandla, black power. Yes, so it is a very wonderful coincidence. So we are going to honor him because that's African tradition. We honor our elders, and the great elders is Nelson Mandela. And we'll be serializing his book that contains his speeches. This is in his own words, From Freedom to the Future. I cannot stress how powerful that the book is, and the title. Oh, it is beyond my understanding. I cannot stress it. I won't stress it now. So we're going to read one speech, and this is from the religion. Yes, and this is a religious heritage, selection from a lecture, renewal and renaissance towards a new world order. Oxford Center for Islamic Studies, Oxford, 11th July, 1997. When the Prophet Muhammad sent his oppressed followers to the African Christian king Negus of Abyssinia for safety, and they received his protection, was that not an example of tolerance and cooperation to be emulated today? Is that not a profound pointer to the role that religion can play and the spiritual leadership it can provide in bringing about the social renewal of our continent and in the world. Africa's history has been profoundly shaped also by the interplay between three great religious traditions: Islam, Christianity, and African traditional religions. As it faces the new millennium, the conduct of this religious heritage may very well again be decisive in determining how Africa meets the challenges of the future. As in the new global order, no country, region, or continent can any longer operate in isolation from the rest of the world. No social movement in any country or continent can isolate itself from similar movements coexisting with it. This would apply to religion as much as anything else living in a society. The way in which these three great religions of Africa interact and cooperate with one another could have a profound bearing on the social space we create for the rebirth of our continent. The relationship of Islam and Christianity to one another and of those two to African traditional religion may be pertinent aspects of this process. How Islam and Christianity, for that matter, relates to African traditional religion, presents a particular challenge to its followers all over Africa. It represents a call to Muslims to harness the more inclusive strands in their own theological heritage in order to contribute to a more humane Africa, acknowledging the humanity of those traditions that are unique to the continent. As with the aspects of its heritage, African traditional religion is increasingly recognized for its contribution to the world. No longer seen as a despised superstition, which had to be superseded by superior forms of belief. Today, its enrichment of humanity's spiritual heritage is acknowledged. The spirit of Ubuntu, that profound African sense that we are human only through the humanity of our other human beings, is not a parochial phenomenon, but has added globally to a common search for a better world. The nature of interaction between the strands of our religion's heritage could help lay foundations for the establishment of a world order based on mutual respect, partnership, and equity. On a continent battling the scourge of underdevelopment, AIDS, ecological disaster, and poverty, competition amongst religions will be utterly misplaced. Tolerance and cooperation, on the other hand, will give the moral leadership so gravely needed. If I may conclude with one more reference to the experience of our own country during the struggle against apartheid, the strength of interreligious solidarity in action against apartheid, rather than mere harmony or coexistence, was critical in bringing that evil system to an end. This approach, rather than verbally competing claims, enabled each tradition to bring its best forward and place it at the service of all. I am confident that the religions of our continent will walk a similar path in the reconstruction and renewal of our continent. And in that way, we shall play our full role in the creation of the new world order. Amandla, Amandla, Umandla, Umandla, Mandela, Mandela.